Good evening, I'm meteorologist Bob Acanfio with a special tropical update for this Thursday evening, May 24th, 2012. Amazingly enough, we're talking about another tropical system that will possibly and most likely going to develop this weekend here across the southeast. 2 weekends in a row, unprecedented territory here before the official start of the hurricane season, which really doesn't officially start until June 1st. But looks like we're going to be talking about a subtropical, probably tropical storm, Beryl, for this weekend. So this is hot off the presses here. It's funny, I was looking at some observations here across the northern Bahamas here near Freeport, and to me I was thinking, boy, this is almost a tropical depression already. And I was wondering when the National Hurricane Center would jump on board a little bit. Well, we've now up to a 60% chance. This just came out probably 10 minutes ago here as we're getting closer to 9 p.m. Eastern. So we're up to a 60% probability here. We'll just read through this real quickly. As it says, satellite images indicate the cloud pattern associated with the broad area of low pressure located between the northwestern Bahamas and southeastern Florida has gradually become better organized this afternoon and evening, and environmental conditions are expected to become more conducive for the formation of a subtropical, which I think this is going to be fully tropical, cyclone by Saturday over the western Atlantic Ocean off of the southeastern United States. So, again, observations. This thing came through southeast Florida earlier today through the Keys, and we had wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour as this piece of energy really came through here. Officially, this was designated as Invest 94L, but clearly, of course, most of the weather is on the eastern side of this. We still have pretty quick southwesterly shear here, 50, 60, 70 knots. So again, it's not a truly tropical system yet. A lot of energy in with this system. Pressures are falling, so once it gets a little more conducive, maybe later Friday night, Saturday, once it gets stuck up in here, and I'll show you why that's going to happen, then we can really start getting this thing to start to develop. And yeah, and it said here, system is producing sustained winds around 30 miles per hour with wind gusts of tropical storm force, mainly to the east. And that's what we were talking about, what I was talking about when this came through southeast Florida earlier today. So let's look at the satellite view here. Did put the low pressures has moved east of this position now. Actually, let's just get that off of there. The area of low pressure is now near the northern Bahamas here, Freeport area, moving off to the slowly off to the northeast here. So this is our area of developing low pressure. This came out of the western Caribbean here across Cuba and is now starting to develop right in this area here. So what's going to happen? Why is this system going to suddenly stop? You would think, wow, it's chugging right along. This is going to go right out to sea. Well, not so fast. And if you look at the water vapor imagery here, and we've had this trough of low pressure across the eastern United States. Here's another upper level low moving. This is going to move across through the Washington, D.C. area here, across off to the northeast here. But if you look very carefully here, if you look at this dividing line right in here, this is high pressure building quickly off to the east. So what's going to happen is, as this is going to try to make its escape, it's going to put on the brakes as this high pressure bridges to the east here, and it's going to essentially block this system from moving northeast and just cut it off down in here. And then that's when the transition begins. And you know, we have the warmer Gulf Stream. We saw Alberto. Again, this is going to have a little problem again, just like Alberto did with drier air in this area. This one could be a little more moist. I mean, this has nice tropical origins. It's got a really good good kick to it already. So I think this one might be a little stronger than Alberto and a little more moisture associated. Again, it's still going to fight that dry air. There's no doubt about it. But I think this one's going to be a little stronger than Alberto. I wouldn't be surprised. 55, 60 mile per hour tropical storm in here. That may sustain itself a little longer than Alberto did. And unlike Alberto, where Alberto stayed offshore. I mean, we were dry, especially across Florida here. There was nothing with Alberto, nothing much at all. This one looks like it's going to come ashore. And we're going to get on that eastern side, and that's where rainfall, stronger winds. So this system will most likely have a bigger impact than Alberto did. Okay, models. Everybody wants to know where it's going, what's going to happen. Again, early run models here with the Invest. Again, when you see this kind of spider-like view here, it's going to come up here, stall, then, it's going to make the move off to the west. It's not going to go right out to sea. That's not going to happen. It's going to make the stall. If we just look quickly at the, this is going to be the GFS model I'm going to run through here. Let's start it up here in a moment here. And this is for 5 days, and you'll see. And this is everything. All the models I'm showing you are from 12Z earlier today at 12Z. So you can see here comes possible Beryl developing here. And then by Sunday morning, moves across northeast Florida here. And then the GFS actually takes it all the way west here. But again, if this does happen, this is the southeast, the eastern side here, and this is where all the moisture is going to be with this system. So unlike Alberto that stayed offshore, this one looks like it's coming back, and it's going to come right across possibly North Florida, Georgia coastline here. I'm looking at more like a North Florida landfall, would most likely, as I'm looking at the models, looking at everything, that seems most likely to me what's going to happen. And again, it could be the difference if this stays offshore, if it moves farther north, Florida doesn't get as much rain. But if this is the scenario that does happen, we look at a lot of rainfall for the Florida Peninsula coming up. It's going to ruin your Sunday and Monday. Hopefully we can get Saturday in. Right now it looks like Saturday is going to be mainly dry here across Florida. So we're looking good there. This is an interesting view here. This is from the polyclimate.com, Ryan Mao's website, which is a great website to go to. And this is the NAM model here, the WRF, showing you the a radar simulation here. And this really shows it good of this storm. Here it is. And this is by Friday. And then here comes the stall Friday night. And then it starts heading back to the coast Saturday. And then by, late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, here it is on the doorstep of right off the Georgia, northeast Florida coast, right in here. And really starting to wind up there along the Gulf Stream there, picking up a little steam there. And this is when we could see, like I'm thinking, definitely 55, 60 mile per hour tropical storm here headed towards the southeast Georgia, North Florida coastline. Euro model's been a little different here. It doesn't take it all the way across the state. And I'll show you here. This is Saturday morning now. It's still has the stall going on. Again, off the southeast coast, here is North Carolina, South Carolina, and then here's Florida there. And then if we take it on until Sunday morning, here it starts heading towards the coast. And then Monday, doesn't make it all the way west. Now it's going to stall out here Sunday, Monday. This is Memorial Day. And again, if we stay on the west side, this is going to be the drier side of the system. So we wouldn't get as much rain. Still would be windy along the coast, almost like we saw with Alberto. There was a lot of wind here along the Georgia, South Carolina, northern Florida coastline, but not a lot of rain. And then again, Tuesday, it's going to start heading out to sea, and then by Wednesday, there it goes. If that would be the case, impacts would be less. Don't believe that's going to happen. I believe this one's coming ashore, and that's what I'm sticking with at the moment. And then here's the Canadian model, again, Sunday morning, right near the South Carolina, just east of the Georgia coastline here. And then by Monday morning, there it is, making landfall near the near Savannah, really. By Monday morning, again, a little slower than the other models. And I'm definitely looking at more of a Sunday morning type deal. Conditions look like they'll go downhill Sunday, late Saturday night, Sunday. So again, looks like if you have plans for Memorial Day weekend and you're living here across Georgia, even South Carolina, we definitely want to watch this system carefully if it does track a little farther north. But definitely for the Georgia coast here, and then north and central Florida here, if you have outdoor plans, Saturday's the day to get them in. And then here's the, again, Tuesday for the Canadian model. So again, here's our system. Looks like we're going to have tropical storm or subtropical storm Beryl. I'm thinking more tropical in nature. In the end, it may start out as subtropical. I think we're going right to tropical with this system. And so again, tomorrow we're in the clear. Saturday looking like a good day if you need to get out here along the coast, southeast coast and Florida coast. But then come late Saturday and especially Sunday, Monday, look for this system to start heading back to the coast. Again, I would look for a landfall here across southeast Georgia, North Florida coastline Sunday morning, and then a lot of rainfall. And if this system does sit here, just like the GFS model has shown, could be in for a lot of rainfall Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe even into Wednesday as this moist southeast tropical flow continues over the over this southeastern area. Well, that's it for my update. Again, we'll be having more of these updates, as you all know, as the tropical season goes along. This is an early one. I didn't even put out my numbers yet for the season. May have to up those numbers if we get 2 storms already before the start of the season. But I'll try to have that all out on the weatherbunker.com website, and so y'all could see that. And that'll be it. Hopefully have another update, or I'll probably have another update tomorrow morning or late tomorrow night. And y'all have a good day. See ya.